Hey guys, it's Friday, August 2nd. And overall, the markets are down. Apple is up. Coinbase is up slightly. Apple is approaching the VWAP right now. It's now under the VWAP. Bears are in control. Qs are down. Uh, Basically, weak numbers in employment is causing a sell off. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a red day. Let's look at the screeners. So small cap screener is coming up with just 6 names here. This one's MK Well Tech Inc. is up 57%. You can see the chart here. It popped, but it's coming down. So there might be a buying opportunity at some point if the markets reverse on this one. Pretty good volume. Volume is 12 million. Average volume is only 89,000, so that's huge. Do we see any news on this? Press releases. Don't see anything on this. Not sure what's happening here. Let's look at another one. See, this one looks good. It's kind of found a floor. This is Execure Inc., probably a biotech. You can look at the profile. Yeah, early stage biotech. Like to look at the short interest. So it's got a little bit of a short interest. Probably like a little micro cap company. Yeah, there's only 4 million shares in the float, but we've already traded 49 million volume. Average volume is 1 million, so that's huge. That's a really big volume difference. So this could go back up to highs, like I said, if the market reverses Execure. Blue Jay Diagnostics, another pop on this one. Kind of went up. And yeah, so you can look for entries on these kinds of things, but pretty rough day in the markets. MKey, this one is selling off, as you can see. I mean, out of all of these, I would have to say, wow, look at that. Yeah, a lot of selling. Let's look at like DoorDash is up. See, this could be one. Big pop. And it's not really selling. Like I said, if this reverses, DoorDash could be one that you could get into. Twilio is another one. That's looking strong. It's actually approaching highs. Rocket companies. Wow, look at that. Big move on that. So even in a down day, there's always opportunities. But if we go back to my large cap, as you can see, all these big tech names are really getting hit. Apple's the only one that's like green. So I don't know if they announced earnings or something, but it's looking pretty strong. If we look on the monthly on Apple, yeah, it's kind of testing this 225 level, but it's all pretty risky. That's the only one that's green out of the big names that I'm following, and the Qs are down, down, down. So some of these ones that are green might even reverse, or if the market kind of hits a bottom, oversold, then we might get a reversal. But it is a Friday, so we're probably not going to get a huge range. and it might just continue to sell off. It might just be a really terrible end to the week. Armageddon day. But let's go back to the screener again and see. Yeah, we're getting more smaller names popping up. OSTK, 1.88 million, not a lot of volume, pretty thinly traded. VSEE Health. See, this could be one that might pop back up. Could be finding a floor here. Yeah, DRMA. It's looking strong. Wow, Blue Jay Diagnostics just absolutely. I mean, it might go for a gap fill and then pop back up. If this went all the way down to 50 cents, that could be a buy. If it finds a floor. Myra Pharmaceuticals. This is one that has had a lot of action about a week ago or 10 days ago. It had that huge move up to $5. And since then, every day, there's maybe a 20% range. So that's definitely one to watch, because this could go back up to $5 at some point. It might grind higher, or one day it might just pop up. You got to sort of get into the story of these stocks to find out why. Cirrus. See, I kind of look for, I want to see some vibration happening. This one looks pretty strong. 250. But really risky on a day like this. This has got kind of like a solid floor here at 160. This could go back up to 187. So there might be a little bit of alpha there, but volume, 11 million shares. Xcure. Yeah, that chart looks kind of ugly. I mean, this one looks strong. DRMA Therapeutics. The 1 day. Huge move up, a lot of vibrations, but making new highs. If we go back on this chart, you can see this thing can explode up to $5. So it might be actually going towards highs on this one, DRMA. And then if we look at the short interest, little bit of short interest in there. And let's look at the quote. Free float, yeah, it's really small cap stock. But yeah, again, this one could be interesting. The 5-day chart here. Yeah. I mean, you kind of want to get in a little early. The pattern we're looking for is kind of like a nice floor, and then you get in like something like this. This VSEE. If this stays around here, it could bounce higher. So that's kind of what we're looking for with the scanner. Again, we'll go back here just to see what other stocks. Like I said, this DoorDash, that's like a pretty high volume one. And I mean, for that, for leverage, you could buy a few calls at this point if you like it. But I would have to say that overall the markets are kind of rough today. It is a Friday, so again, Apple is the only one that's strong. So, I mean, it looks like the Qs are trying to kind of turn around here, but it's pretty bad. Gap down and then sell off. And I guess the employment numbers are pretty weak. But yeah, we're kind of at a critical level of support on the Qs, as you can see, which is right around this level here. So we're actually below that support level. And underneath that it could be around this level at 427. So, and you can see during 2022, the entire year was kind of crappy. Peaked in January of 2022, and that whole year it kind of went down until December 31st, 2022, and then it went sideways for a few months, and then we got this since 2022, I guess for 2 years we had a rally in the NASDAQ. And maybe that rally is over and we're headed into another crappy year. So this could just be a really bad year for the big names. And then maybe next October we're going to get a rally. Yeah, that's kind of what I see, and that's the bigger picture. So have to be nimble. But again, Apple seems to be the big name today that's the only one that's up. Yeah, it was kind of like yesterday was, or the day before, Wednesday, they had a big pop-up day. And then, oh no, yesterday it popped up and then just sold off everything, and now there's more selling. And that happened in NVIDIA as well. Well, basically NVIDIA popped and it went up, and everyone was like, oh, how high could it go? We got a rally. And then yesterday was just like brutal, just selling, selling, selling. And now we're below where we were before. So this is how kind of markets are somewhat manipulated. Because Microsoft came out with that announcement that there was they were going to be buying lots more chips. So NVIDIA rallied. But then the weakness, cracks in the economic situation came out. And, just by looking at Yahoo Finance, we can see Intel shares crater. So it's like it's all ugly. It's all red. And the headlines, Intel CEO, this is our biggest restructuring. Stock sell-off is jobs data. So jobs data is down. It was weak. Amazon earnings yesterday were weak. So yeah, just a lot of bad news. Market's going to be digesting all this. Canada concludes negotiations on use of U.S. space launch technology. Big tech fails to convince Wall Street that AI is paying off. Yeah, there's questions now, like all this AI research and applications and stocks kind of had the big hype run over the last couple years since GPT-4 came out, or 3, and then 4 came out. Apple earnings results keep bull thesis alive and well. So cell phones and Apple is strong as always. That would be one to have in your portfolio. And look at that, oil, XOM, ExxonMobil is up slightly. July jobs report. So it's all about the broader economic news. And yeah, everything's looking weak. Red. Big red day. But yeah, you can find opportunities in some of these small cap names. Nimble, scalp trades, momentum trades. Look at this one here. Yeah, I don't know. OST Therapeutics. See, I mean, this is where you can enter on, you know, when it's finds a floor like this, 310, then you could have bought it up to 470. So that's pretty strong. Volume is 2.4 million shares on this, so it's not like crazy volume, but pretty good. And this Derma again is looking strong. I don't know what that's based on. Oh, yeah, see, that's weak. I mean, this would have been one that you could have gone short on, I guess. Yeah, I don't see. You're probably not going to get too much follow through momentum because the market is so weak on some of this. This is where you might look at short positions on things that are kind of peaking. And that's probably what all the big players are doing. They're just shorting strength. This one could be the only one that might be interesting. But again, you know, like you look at a floor and then a floor, and then, you know, you got to be really quick and nimble. But this is looking strong. VSCE Health. And we'll just look at the short interest on this. Yeah, there's quite a bit of short interest. So this is probably squeezing right now. Well, that's not that much. That's only 35,000 shares. But the free float is only 4 million, 15 million shares outstanding. And yeah. Yeah, so that's going to be a tough one. Yeah, see, you can get 53 up to 58. But yeah, if you want to get access to these screeners, then click the link in the bio, and I can show you how to do all this. How to set up your screeners to find small cap names, so that you can see where the momentum is coming in. And then you can look at the charts, look at the short interest. Yeah, this one looks, well, it's clearly going up, but again, you have to monitor the broader market. And I mean, I look at the Qs, yeah, so we're getting a little bit of a bounce, I guess you might say, on the Qs here. So this might come back up and then, you know, just have like a fairly low range day, or it might continue selling. I mean, that's the danger in all this. But again, Apple is the only one that I would say, Apple would be the one that I would be in if you're banking, because again, it's above the VWAP here. And if the broader market continues to reverse, this could go to highs. And so you can see, if you look at the options, say we look at 234 options, Oh no, options. So, I mean, this is same day options, highly risky, but no, 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 no. 230. Where is that chart? Apple. No data. Let's go back to Apple, Apple, Apple. Yeah, so again, 222. So if you look at the options for 222, yeah, so basically $1 for 222, and you could make a double if it goes back to highs. So this could be a good entry on a long 222 option contract expiring today. You'd only hold that for very, very short amount of time. If you're speculating that this is gonna go to 223, get back up to this range, which it might, it probably will. I mean, like I said, if markets reverse, if it kind of feels like everything's oversold, but it's really dangerous because with shitty news, it's like, what's the catalyst? What's the momentum? I mean, the Qs could just sell off. This could just be a good short spot, short position. So you wouldn't want to short. You wouldn't want to go long on this because the momentum might die off. What you'd want to do is you'd want to short strength on the weak stocks. So Amazon, I mean, you might even, this could be a good short here. Yeah, so that's overall what's going on in the market. But Apple would be the one that I'm looking at because it is definitely looking strong. And again, if you look at this contract here, 223, yeah, so it is going up. Yeah, you could be making money on this call option here. So you could make a couple $100, or if you buy 10 contracts, you could make 1,000. That's kind of how you can analyze the charts. Screener. Yeah, this VSCE Health, I don't know. MKD Well Tech. Had a good bounce here, 273. That's pretty good. Got some alpha there. DRMA. Akananda, interesting. Not sure what this is. This is medical cannabis and wellness. I guess maybe they're making some money or they had some press release. But yeah, wow, look at that. That's getting some price action there. Quite a bit. Go back on the chart. Yeah, it's kind of breaking out. 254 seems to be the high over the last month. And we're at 190, so this could go back to the high. Not sure about this one, but as you can see, you could buy this for $1.60, $1.70, and it's gone up to $2. There's definitely some alpha there. Xcure, Cirrus Lab. Wow. Myra, how's Myra? ARDX. Yeah, so Xcure, but that's, where was that cannabis stock? Derma Therapeutics, Akananda? Yeah, this one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is like almost like, oh, you want to short this in this range, not really be buying. That would be my gut feeling on that, but I could be wrong because it could squeeze higher. If you look at the short interest, yeah. Oh, they used to have a lot of short interest, but now it's come down. This data is not totally up to date, though. But yeah, this would probably be more of like a good short candidate, especially if it hits that high. Um, if we go back to a month, yeah, this level right here would be definitely where you, because it's just didn't make it last time. If it could get up that high, but even here is another level, and it's basically at that level right here. So you'd have to dig in and find some more due diligence on this. Akanda. Yeah, let's see. Is there any news? Why DoorDash shares are trading higher by 10%? 20 stocks moving pre-market. So VSE Health gained 123% after the company announced an agreement with Ava Robotics to develop telepresence solutions for the inpatient intensive care market. Interesting. So robotics, VSEE, Akanda gained $1.95 trading after declining 3% on Thursday. So doesn't look like there's actually any news on Akanda, but maybe they're just doing a promotion. Yeah. But yeah, look at that. So what's going on there? Yeah, but it's looking strong. Now it's at $2. So if it can get up to here, it could go as high as 248. But again, I would be wondering whether or not, like, why? Why is it jumping? You got to dig into it. And then Nvidia gap down, popped up, went down, popped up. So it's kind of going sideways. But yeah, look at how well. See 223 on Apple. So those calls, these, we were looking at the 225 calls. Yeah, I guess there's just too much premium. But yeah, it's not really exploding. I don't know if this keeps pushing higher, those calls will definitely go up. I'm assuming that this is based on a good earnings report. But yeah, overall a really shitty day in the market. So Apple is the one that you want to kind of look at. Yeah, look at that Apple. Still looking good. So yeah, if we look at I don't know why, isn't that funny? It's grinding higher, but the calls, the 222 5 calls are not really going up along with it. So isn't that funny? Because it's at 223.22. I don't know. I guess this maybe the yeah, we're getting a lag in the update. Yeah, so they are going up because this is Webull, and sometimes the quotations are behind. They're not like totally live because I don't think. Yeah, I haven't subscribed to the real-time quotes, but you know, you can even look. Yeah. Anyway, guys, there's my stock market live stream. Get a look behind the scenes at how you can scan and how you can monitor the markets, small caps, large caps, the overall market. And this one's looking pretty good. VSEE Health. Well, not really, but kind of found a floor here, but it's sort of hard to rally. But it is still early in the day. Markets have only been open in the first hour, so some of these might continue to move higher. These smaller names here. See, this one could look good. Execure Inc. 65 cents. This you might be, yeah. You might be able to get some good alpha on something like this. Yeah, 55 million volume, so huge volume ratio. And a little bit of short interest on there, so it could be squeezing. But I don't know. This pattern is not good because it could drop just like it did before and just totally fill the gap. Yeah, really need to be very careful and just key in on the best ones. You know, with news, you want to find something with news, basically. So this VSEE definitely has news. I guess they had some positive news about their clinical trials. Let's look at the news. Dow dips, Buzz stocks, stocks on the move, Nvidia. So this was the one, VSEE. Oh, what was it? Up 171%. Yeah, it doesn't even say why. Yeah, shares up. Company announced an agreement with Ava Robotics. That's what it is, for telepresence solutions. So that's pretty bullish. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, if we look at the profile, virtual telehealth, interesting. Yeah, so this could be a good one. This could be one this could be a multi-day runner even, or it could go back up to highs. You can see it's coming back up. So that, yeah, you definitely want to find something with lots of volume and news. That would be the best way to play. So, and you can see that the cells are eating up, and it's slightly stepping higher. So this could come all the way back up to 5 or even higher. And it could, I mean, it doesn't have a huge short interest. Oh yeah, actually, well, 35,000 shares according to this as of July 15th. So that was 2 weeks ago. So I guess this could continue to squeeze, but that's not like huge. Yeah, so that would be one. VSE Health. I can add this to my small cap watch list and take a look at that.